Weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Atlanta Falcons. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they've played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, and when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. And now Carr changing the formation. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And Thomas has it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Well, this defense for the Falcons very strong in that victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. You talk about this Falcon defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Quick throw to Olave. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, but sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and
got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints are on the board first here this afternoon. This crew, they were on a roll going into the bye week that they just had, Charles, so sort of picking up where they left off.
And you and I both know that when you come back off of an open week and you've been winning games, you should get a few extra days off in order to recharge and refuel. But coaches often hedge their bets, too. They'll bring them back and work them really hard that first practice back to make sure that they're back and grounded.
Whatever they did, formula looking good so far in this one. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Falcons first and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their own 17-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. If you look at this Saints defense, they currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
Ritter throwing on third down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Alex Highsmith able to record his 5th sack of the season. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on third down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 71-yard punt return. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A lot of times they want this guy just to try to flip field position. He flipped it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is can you pick up 10 yards? That's getting a first down. Instead, he takes it all the way and provides a big spark for his team.
Groupie able to add the PAT. And it's now 14-0.
14. Falcons nothing.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. Offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Ritter. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Credit Brian Brzee in there to greet him and drop him for a loss.
Brings up 2nd and 12. at the Saints.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
With the score, Saints 14, Falcons nothing.
Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it second down and 12.
Set, ready. Set.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 31-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Set, cut.
Back to throw, Ritter. And that is incomplete. The Falcons at 8-2 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now Ritter back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
A 49-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post. They will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm. Only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
And no return from Bowden. This will come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Carr shifting his guys around a bit. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Again, it's Kamara. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here is 3rd down and 4. To throw is Carr. That is caught. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 40. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now Carr. He completes it to Olave. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. And now an audible here into something else. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
The pass caught by Olave. Touchdown! Chris Olave, a 16-yard touchdown, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. The point after, good by Groupie. And the lead is up to 18 now.
21. Falcons 3.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 46 yards. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Ready.
On 1st down, Ritter. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson, 29 yards. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Now a hit and a loose football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So a turnover there on the kickoff. And don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting because when you're trailing in a game, these are mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great opportunity.
Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Let's go now. Set.
Ritter will set up to throw it. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Carr's throw complete there to Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. McCarr, he wants to change up the look here. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Second and a couple. They run it again with Kamara. And this will wind up a Saints first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing on first down is Carr. This one taken in by Olave. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And now they'll shift things around. Into the red zone, it's Carr. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal.
Hey, 734. Kill. Express. 29. You're mine.
Now Carr again. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Saints would extend their lead here just before halftime.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Groupie for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Saints 28, Falcons 10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down.
Second and 5.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Falcons 10.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football coach. Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial. And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And now Carr changing the formation. Second down, and it's Kamara again. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The 71 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4.
Express! White Monday! Right on 1! 694! 734!
Here's Carr to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Kamara is in. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here, because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Here's Groupie for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35. Falcons 10.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people?
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it.
Touchdown, Saints! Juwan Johnson from 21 yards away. And the Saints take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Groupie for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
The score, Saints 42, Falcons 10.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right?
Ready.
Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Ritter to throw it. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Raider 9. Express. 618. Hey, Raider 2. What's up?
Throwing now is Carr. Touchdown! A.T. Perry. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Groupie able to add the PAT, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously for them it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now a 2nd and 10. Another throw coming up here for Ritter. Man open is Robinson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 17-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
If your sympathies lie with the defense, you understand how tough it is for linebackers to run with a guy like this. He's going to slip out of the backfield and then work in the middle of the field. And sometimes those defenders get preoccupied with other people moving, and he finds open space and makes a nice play.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Ready, ready. Set, cut.
Working from the gun, Ritter. And caught by London. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Robinson is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. So they get 1 score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Saints take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara, and up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 89 yards rushing now for Kamara, and it's a first down. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Carr shifting his guys around a bit. Kamara up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
93. 93. Express. Express. 1. Later 1. Purdue. 93. 29.
To throw, it's Carr. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Ritter. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Ready?
Ritter now. Over the middle, it's complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
On the ready?
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Ready.
Out of the gun, here's Ritter. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Black Ultra. Hut.
On play action, here's Ritter. He'll buy some time right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
3rd and goal, Ritter with it. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Falcons get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Oh, such great concentration there, going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There are so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet down in bounds, hang on to it all the way through the process of the catch. That was a phenomenal play.
Young Wei Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Jeff Okudah up from his quarterback spot to make the play.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And maybe some indecision there on what looked to be an RPO. He wound up keeping it, but that defense right on him to strip it away.
And typically when we see that type of indecision on an RPO, that means it's well defended. He had nowhere to go with it, and that allowed the defense to get to it and knock it free and make it a turnover.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. Here's Ritter. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready?
Back to throw, Ritter. And that is caught. They're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives them a first down. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Carr, he wants to change up the look here. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
To throw is Carr. Caught along the sideline by Olave. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A well-executed 22-yard gain. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Now! 180! 180, we're good, we're good!
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.